Hello. It's time for another edition of Monday Morning Madness. I'm Nancy Smith, and this is my husband, Bob, and we're happy to share this week's announcements with you.
Well, Men's Night Out is a Monday evening on August 11th, beginning at 5 p.m. with a guest speaker, Clyde Ryle David. The evening features an Italian night menu.
A family support group through NAMI, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, meets on Tuesday, August 12th, and on the second Tuesday of every month at 6:30 in the Beatitudes Room in the Abundant Life Center. This support group is for adult loved ones of people with mental health conditions.
Why don't you tell them about Ladies' Night Out?
Yes, Ladies' Night Out, for those who registered, is Wednesday, August 13th, beginning at 5 p.m. If you are on the waiting list, Trudy Manzo will call you if a spot opens up. If you registered but can no longer attend, please call Trudy at 724-609-1943. And remember to call Ron in Transportation on Tuesday if you need a ride.
The Family Tree will bring their pig party piggies for the Therapy Piggy visit on Thursday, August 14th, from 11 until noon in the Centennial Gardens. Come and enjoy entertainment from a piggy in the festive costume. You can pet, feed, and take pictures with the piggies. You also see some snout art and tricks. The piggies' last visit last year brought lots of smiles and laughter to everyone who attended.
I bet they did. The History Hobo will be here again this Thursday at 1 p.m. in the Shoal Conference Center.
Well, why do nurses pick the red crayon?
In case they have to draw blood.
The History Hobo will be here again this Thursday, 1 p.m. Shoal Conference Center.
Organist Henry Wines will perform at 1:30 in Shoal Conference Center on Friday, August 15th.
And come, enjoy Allison Honeycutt on the clarinet as part of the Taste of the Symphony concert series through the Butler County Symphony. Oh, orchestra. So she'll be performing on Sunday, August 17th, the Shoal Conference Center at 1 p.m. Please call Ron in Transportation if you will need a ride.
And there's more music in store. Singer Tiffany Eckhart will be sharing her music with us on Tuesday, August 19th at 1:30 in Shoal.
And the French Club is taking a break for the rest of the summer. Classes will resume on Thursday, September 11th.
Bus transportation has been arranged to go to the Benedum Theater to see the Broadway show Les Miserables on Saturday, November 29th. For more information and to schedule your participation, please contact Sandy Faulkner as soon as possible, who will be making reservations for possible group rates. The bus transportation cost is $17, and the Passavant bus will pick up residents at 12:30 for the 2 p.m. matinee. Residents will be dropped off and picked up in front of the Benedum. I'd like to go to that.
What?
I'd like to go to that.
That is a good play. I know we've seen it. A back-to-school drive for students at the Glade Run continues through August 31st. Seaman Lutheran Church has placed collection boxes in the Abundant Life Center, Wittenberg Place, and Luther Court. You can help out by donating any school supplies, including papers, crayons, pencils, and pens, hand sanitizer, glue, and Clorox wipes. Thanks in advance for your generosity.
And you can enjoy some fun times off campus with your friends and neighbors by signing up in the fitness center for some of the Aspire Wellness trips. Upcoming excursions include trips to the National Aviary, the Westmoreland Museum of American Art, the Bayernoff Museum, Old Economy Village, and the Narcissi Winery. Details are in your Aspire Wellness brochure and the Life and Times.
Seaman Memorial Church invites you to choose from 3 Sunday services. At 9:15 a.m., there's a service in New Haven Court. Then at 10:30 a.m., there is a service in the Seaman Chapel, which is also broadcast live on Channel 900. And finally, at 10:45, there is a service at Wittenberg Place.
And a Catholic communion service is held in the Seaman Chapel on Thursday mornings at 10:30.
You know, this summer, the great Gently Used shop is open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and also on Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. based on available staffing. The Gently Used shop is located just down the hallway from the creamery and resells high-end clothing, jewelry, and home goods.
And the gift shop is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and it carries many of your needs and gifts. And I'd like to tell you about one now.
What's that?
What do you think this is?
A hat?
No. It's a bowl cozy.
Oh, cozy bowl.
Yes, it's for using when you put something in the microwave and the bowl gets hot.
Yeah?
Well, this prevents you from burning your fingers.
That's nice.
Yes.
Attractive, too.
Yes, they're available in different patterns. They're reversible, and they come in different sizes.
Very nice.
Makes a wonderful gift.
Good. Well, thank you for watching this edition of Monday Morning Madness. If you missed any of the information, you can find it on the Channel 900 slides or in the Life and Times. Please continue to watch Channel 900 throughout the week for daily updates and cancellations. And if you're interested in reading the announcements sometime, just stop by the media service office next to the creamery and talk to Owen. Have a great week.
Yes, have a great week.
And I just was encouraging people to read every bit of the August packet, and especially the meal prep guide.
Yeah.
So if you want to say anything about any of these things, about maybe the next dish on dining, or any responses you got from that last one that you had, the last meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mentioned that. So,
Well, there was a little bit of a kerfuffle with that because I had looked at the game room schedule and it was open, but we had lost our email, so there was a new one created because this one wasn't working, and so I didn't realize that, so it looked like nobody was there when I scheduled it, and there was a group there.
oh my.
And in the Life and Times, it had said 2:30 because Lisa knew that and adjusted. But then on the Dining Digest, we had already put that out. So.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, it was good. There was a lot of feedback, good feedback for that evening, and I'm actually looking forward to we have all of the pieces for our kiosk. So we're going to have a kiosk in the bistro. So great. Folks will be able to order in advance and look up your own dining balance from the kiosk. And we're going to do some trainings for that in September. So,
awesome.
Yeah. So do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. They're already taking my fob when I buy something.
Yeah.
That's good too.
That's really helpful. We have almost everybody, because a lot of folks were not, their fobs were not correct. They were programmed in multiple different ways over the years because somebody new was programming them.
Hey, that happens.
It does. And so we were finding that out. And then we worked with maintenance to sort of get that. So I think we're at about 90%. We only have a few people left to get their fobs coded correctly. And then we'll have less errors in charges and billing. And especially you with your name, Betty Allen and Bernie Allen.
Always had that problem.
And so when we had 2 Allen Mawinis for a while. Oh no, there's 2 Allens. I think, but we had lots of folks with similar sounding names, and so a lot of times that would get mixed up. So we're looking forward to having that fixed.
Well, it sure is faster, I will say, to check out, because the people usually have to go down or find your name and make sure you're there, and then they put you in to get whatever you bought.
Yeah.
But here, they just add up what you bought and you put your little fob under there. It does it all for them.
I know. I'm looking forward to using those in the dining room too, because that'll eliminate charge mistakes in the dining room.
Oh yeah, I can see.
We'll know exactly who's here and be able to identify that. So I'm looking forward to it.
Check it against your reservation list and make sure somebody else doesn't sneak in with somebody else's fob. They wouldn't do that.
No. But that is funny. So we're hoping to by fall be able to make online reservations.
Oh, that'll be good too.
Yeah, so people can make their own reservations as they can look to see the whole week and what's available and make what's convenient for them.
And a lot of people don't have computers, but they do have their phone or an iPad, I noticed, and or another tablet.
Yeah.
So they'd be able to do it on those too.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And, even at the kiosk in the bistro, you'll be able to pick, select reservations and go through that way. So looking forward to the new innovations that we have.
Oh, me too. And some people aren't really satisfied with technology and where it's been going. But in cases like this where it's being used for good and to make things better, I think it's just like anything else. A lot of the technology benefits us in a lot of ways. And of course, there's always something that we don't agree with. Same as when you go to school and get a new teacher. One student might really love this teacher and like her ways, and the other one might complain about the teacher. So, it's just, even with bosses,
Yeah.
One person loves this boss, but boy, she sure doesn't get along with this person,
Well, right now we're working on, we have all the components and putting everything together. We have some wiring to do left. And once we have the kiosk up, we'll start doing some trainings.
And what is your projected date?
Ballpark. Sometime after Labor Day.
Oh, so that's pretty soon.
The next few weeks we'll be putting the pieces together and making sure everything's functioning and doing some tests. We have John and Jane Test in our system, so we practice using their names. And once we feel confident that everything is working pretty well, then we'll start doing some trainings with all the residents. So we'll go through step by step and do some small group trainings so people can get practice. But if anyone's ever ordered from a place like Sheets, or done self-checkout.
Oh, my kids do that.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Then if you've done those sort of things before, then you'll feel comfortable, should be comfortable doing self-ordering on the kiosk or placing reservations or looking up your resident.
Well, if you're UPMC and you go to the hospital over there or somewhere in one of their clinics, you've got to do the same thing. They've got a screen there and you had to say who you are and it says, are you so-and-so? And so some people will be used to doing that over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then for anybody that's not used to it or is a little bit timid for technology, we'll make sure that we go through and, everybody gets to practice a little bit. And the screen is really nice and big. So that is helpful.
Yeah. And I'm sure if somebody did get stuck, there's another person standing around that probably has had more experience with it.
Absolutely. I'm sure most of the staff members would be able to help.
And where is it going to be located?
Right by our to-go stand.
Okay.
So kind of at the edge of the lobby here in the bistro where you pick up your to-go meal.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be great. I can't wait to start using it.
Yeah. That's all I really have. We're getting ready for server training right now. I know Melissa's getting ready to start that. We have had a lot of new students join our team in the last few weeks as we're losing some of our seniors, and they're going away to college. So
I think it's great that you give all these young people your experience, their experiences here. They can put on their resumes. I think it's really great that y'all do that.
we had 9 high school seniors this year graduate, and most move on to college or professional jobs. And so some will come back through breaks. Some have already moved on. So we're looking forward to having this new group of students.
And they probably don't realize it, but they've learned a lot of people skills here, especially with it being a retirement center. And they've also learned the skills and know the ins and outs of being a waitress or a server or wherever they work, kitchen or whatever. I think it's great that you all can hire them. I really do.
Well, thanks, Betty. I appreciate that.
In fact, I started working when I was a junior in high school. I was in a program called Distributive Education, and that's what I intended to teach someday, but I ended up teaching something else. But anyway, I don't know if these students have a program like that, but we had a class that taught us how to fill out job interview pairs and stuff like that, and how to do things right on a job, any kind of job, and they would come observe us at work and talk to our bosses. That's really helpful like that here.
Actually, Kaden, who works for us now full time, did a high school program that he did do called a work study, and his teachers came here and evaluated. We would fill out monthly evaluation forms. That's they would come in.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome program if the schools offer it.
Yeah. Not all of them do that, but we are, fortunate Kaden had a program like that in his school and worked through that.
Well, the main reason I liked the program and thought I would want to teach it, but ended to teach it something else, was because I noticed that it was an excellent program for kids that weren't college bound. So they go through this program in high school and they get lots of experience, and it helps them the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And I even had kids working at home at Wendy's or someplace like that, where my kids always wanted to go to the drive-up and get something. And they say, "Hi, Miss Allen, I'm using all those skills you taught me. Thank you."
That's so sweet. I mean, I think that it's really great. The students learn to break out of their shell. They learn to engage with strangers and adults in a way that they don't typically engage with adults.
If it wasn't for this, they wouldn't know how to deal with older people too, I'm sure.
And oftentimes you'd be surprised, this is the first time they've swept a floor or mopped a floor or, held to attendance accountability. In school, your mom or your dad takes you to and fro, and you don't have to worry about that so much. You come and go as you're told. Here, if they aren't able to attend work, we hold them accountable to that, and we, counsel them through what that looks like. You've missed too many days or you've had too many absences. Now, you need to look at that and plan better.
Yeah, I'm sure they are not aware of the service you are doing them by hiring them and being like a counselor at the same time and telling them what they should do when they're out in the public, and et cetera,
I'll say often in dining meetings that they're very much like our kids. They come on board and they don't know a whole lot, and they don't even know what to expect from work or what the expectations of work are of you.
That's right.
And so we work on those as we go and as they're learning. And then by the time they're trained up and understand everything, they leave and move on, just like kids at home. So it is a little bit sad for us, but we're all very proud of watching our students grow as well.
It is something you can be proud of and know that you really helped them some way that they'll use the rest of their life. Maybe 20 years from now, someone will come back and say, "Do you remember me?"
And I know several of our students have used the scholarship fund and have applied for the scholarships. Several have been awarded, scholarship monies because they do work very hard. And really, some of our college students especially have said that it's been invaluable to their education.
Well, I don't come in here too often anymore, but I do go in the bistro, and I know the ones working in there have always, worked with, seemed to me have been really working out well for you. How they're sociable a little bit, but not too much. But if you talk to them, they'll talk back to you, And you've had some really nice, you can tell they come from good homes and all. You've had some really good kids here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I try really hard to hire smart.
Yeah.
Well, Betty, thank you for your time, and thanks for including me in the Monday Madness.
So interesting talking to you.
It's here to stay. How about Danny and Juniors? Jack McCord. Rock, oh baby, rock. Oh baby, rock. Oh baby, rock. Oh baby, rock and roll is here to stay. It will never fly. It was meant to be that way, though I don't know why. I don't care what people say. Rock and roll is here to stay. Rock and roll history. If you don't like rock and roll, think what you've been missing. If you like to pop and stroll, hang around and listen. Let's all start to have a ball. Everybody rock and roll. Rock, oh baby rock. 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 Thank you guys so much. Rock and roll is here to stay. Here we go. Jack Nakora. Here goes Need You. My side. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you.